Beloved soul, you didn't find this message by accident. Heaven brought you here on purpose, because right now, the angels have whispered your name, and they're revealing a message that your heart has been waiting to hear. Someone out there, your divine soulmate, has been praying for you. Not in silence, but in deep spiritual connection, and the heavens have listened. The answer has already been sent, and tonight you're about to see the proof. Before we go further, take a deep breath. Feel the peace that's surrounding you right now. That gentle warmth is not just comfort, it's confirmation. Your angels are here. Angels say, your soulmate's heartfelt request has reached heaven's throne, and divine hands are already shaping your union. Angels want you to know that what's happening in your life, right? Now, the unexpected emotions, the dreams, the sudden signs, these are not coincidences. You've been feeling someone's energy calling your spirit, haven't you? Sometimes late at night, your heart feels restless, like it's reaching for someone unseen. That's not loneliness. That's your soulmate's spirit touching yours. Heaven heard their prayer, a heartfelt plea for guidance, love, and reunion. And because your paths are written in divine ink, the universe is now rearranging events, time, and emotions to bring both of you closer than ever before. But here's what the angels are emphasizing. This connection is spiritual before it becomes physical. The angels say, we've been healing both hearts, removing pain, doubt, and fear, preparing a union not of need, but of purpose. This love isn't random. It's guided. It's the kind of love that awakens your soul, lifts your spirit, and reminds you of your divine worth. Angels reveal that proof of this answered request is already around you. But many people miss it because they doubt what they feel. They say you'll recognize the signs through three things: synchronicities, emotional whispers, and divine timing. You may start seeing repeating numbers, 1111, 222, or 717, especially when you're thinking about love, peace, or a certain person. These numbers are not just coincidences, they are divine codes, confirming alignment between your heart and your soulmates. Have you ever felt sudden waves of peace or emotion for no reason? That's your soulmate's soul sending love through the divine realm. When this happens, whisper back a simple phrase: I receive your love through the grace of angels. Doing this activates a deeper energetic link, one that heaven blesses and protects. Angels say, do not rush what heaven has already scheduled. The waiting is sacred. The stillness has purpose. Each delay is an act of divine synchronization, preparing both of you to meet not as broken halves, but as complete souls reflecting divine love. Angels reveal that when your soulmate prayed, their heart was in tears, and not of sorrow but of longing. They said, God, if they are truly the one meant for me, guide them back to me in light, not pain. That prayer was heard. The divine answered, their love is sacred. Let the angels guard it. Since then, your spirit has been gently nudged toward healing, through dreams, memories, or sudden bursts of hope you couldn't explain. Those aren't random emotions. Those are echoes of divine work happening behind the veil. Angels say you are not waiting alone. You are being woven back into the destiny that was written for two. The energy between you is shifting from separation to recognition. Soon, you'll notice something unmistakable: a message, a dream, a call, or a divine coincidence that only heaven could arrange. That will be your proof. The angels want you to stay open, not in fear, but in faith. They say, do not chase love, rise in your light, and love will find you effortlessly. This means your role right now is to keep your vibration pure through gratitude, forgiveness, and self-love. When you do that, your aura becomes magnetic to your soulmate's soul. You'll begin to attract divine opportunities, conversations, messages, even people that lead you closer to that sacred reunion. Heaven is saying you don't have to beg for love that's already yours. You only have to align with it. Every time you choose peace over worry, trust over fear, and hope over doubt, you're sending light signals to your soulmate, and they can feel it. In the next part of this message, the angels will reveal how to spiritually confirm the signs of reunion, and the specific dreams or emotions that prove your soulmate's prayer has manifested in your timeline. But before you go, remember this. You were brought to this message not by chance, but by divine orchestration. Your angels want you to stay connected to light, and they have more messages waiting for you here on this channel. If this message touched your spirit, give it a like. Leave a comment saying, "I received this angelic confirmation," and subscribe to Words of Angel for more divine messages sent just for you, because every time you listen, heaven speaks again, through words of love, light, and destiny. The angels revealed that your soulmate's heartfelt request was heard, and that divine intervention has already begun. Now they want to show you how to recognize the proof of that prayer being answered, through dreams, numbers, and divine emotions that cannot be explained by logic, only by love. The angels say, the signs are not hidden from you. They are placed where your spirit can see even when your eyes cannot. Angels reveal that when two souls are destined to meet, the universe starts sending mirrored signs to both hearts, confirmations that their energy fields are aligning again. You may begin to notice their name appearing unexpectedly on screens, songs, or even random conversations, a scent that reminds you of them, even when no one else can smell it, songs from your shared past, resurfacing when your heart feels quiet. None of these are accidents. The angels call them soul echoes. They're fragments of divine synchronization, tiny signals that heaven uses to say, your paths are crossing again. You may even feel waves of peace for no reason, followed by a sudden emotional warmth. That's your soulmate's heart sending energy to you through the angelic realm. The angels whisper. Their spirit recognizes you even when your human mind doubts. Dreams are one of the purest channels heaven uses to connect soulmates. Angels say that when two hearts are under divine orchestration, their spirits meet in the dream plane before they meet again in reality. You might have seen your soulmate in dreams, smiling, calling your name, or standing near light. Sometimes the setting feels familiar but not earthly. That's because your souls are meeting in the spiritual middle ground. If you wake up feeling calm, warm, or even tearful, don't dismiss it. The angels say that was not just a dream, that was remembrance. To understand the messages in your dreams, write them down the moment you wake. Look for symbols like white feathers, divine protection over your connection. Water, emotional cleansing before reunion, keys or doors. Breakthroughs coming soon, rings or light. Confirmation of divine union. These aren't random. They are messages of movement, healing, and readiness. The angels add, every dream of love is a glimpse of the promise we are fulfilling. Have you been seeing repeating numbers lately? Maybe it's 11, 11, 2, 22, 33, or even 7, 17. And each time, it appears right when you're thinking about your soulmate or feeling their energy. Angels want you to know, these are divine confirmation codes. 1111, the portal of divine alignment, a reminder that your thoughts and your soulmates are synchronizing in spirit. When you see this, say softly, angels, I align with divine timing. 222, the number of partnership and faith. The angels say, patience is creating perfection. When this appears, it's heaven's way of telling you your connection is protected and balanced. 33, the trinity of support. Angels, spirit, and your higher self working in harmony. This means the divine realm is actively guiding your soulmate toward you. 717, reunion and rebirth. This code often appears before a major divine sign or message from your soulmate. When you see it, say, I'm ready for divine reunion in peace and truth. Angels want you to remember that these numbers are not coincidences. They are language of light, spoken between heaven and your heart. Angels reveal that as your reunion nears, the emotional energy between you intensifies. You may begin to feel sudden waves of sadness or joy that don't seem to be your own. Think of your soulmate right before they reach out. Sense their emotions as if they were your own heartbeat. The angels explain, this is the merging of soul frequencies. It's how heaven synchronizes your hearts for union. They add, you are learning to love without fear, to trust without proof, to believe without seeing, and that faith opens the gates for miracles. Whenever you feel these surges, don't be afraid. Whisper this prayer. Angels of divine connection, balance our hearts in peace and clarity. Let love flow freely between us under heaven's will. When you say this, your energy softens, and heaven strengthens the invisible bridge between your souls. The angels understand. There are moments when you feel silence, as if heaven has gone quiet, but they assure you, and silence does not mean separation. They say, when heaven is silent, it is working. During these quiet phases, your soulmate may be healing, learning, or being guided back onto their divine path. So instead of worrying, send them love through prayer. Speak gently into the air. Wherever you are, may your heart feel my light. The angels promise that your love reaches them, faster than words, faster than thought, because light has no distance. Angels have a mission for you during this sacred wait. My soulmate and I are aligned in God's perfect timing. Everything meant for me flows with ease. These words create spiritual movement. Heaven listens to vibration, not fear. Protect your peace. Not every voice around you understands divine timing. Some may doubt, some may discourage, but remember, your journey is spiritual, not logical. Keep your heart open. The angels can only pour blessings into hands that are open, not clenched in fear. The angels say, your proof is unfolding in steps, not leaps. Every sign, dream, and emotion is part of heaven's mosaic of love. In the next stage, we will go even deeper into the exact moments heaven reveals the reunion and the spiritual preparation both souls go through before that destined meeting happens in your physical world. But before you go, take a breath and whisper this: I am ready to receive divine proof with gratitude. The angels are rejoicing that you are still here, listening, because this part of the message carries a turning point in your story. Heaven says, now that the prayer has been heard and the signs are unfolding, the alignment has begun. You are stepping into the season of divine preparation, where both your heart and your soulmate's heart are being gently refined to meet in divine harmony. Angels whisper, this union is not coming too late or too early. It's arriving at the exact moment when both souls can sustain love that lasts forever. The angels explain that before two divine souls unite physically, there comes a period of sacred stillness. You might notice that certain friendships fade, unexpected challenges rise, or moments of solitude increase. This is not rejection, it's recalibration. Heaven removes what's not meant for your next chapter. So when your soulmate arrives, your energy is clear, your spirit balanced, and your heart open. The angels say, do not rush through the silence. The silence is where we are preparing your miracle. Just like the ocean calms before dawn, your spirit is being stilled before divine motion. So, if life feels quiet right now, that's your sign. It means heaven is near completion. Angels reveal that your soulmate is also going through transformation, even if you don't see it yet. They may be healing from past hurts, learning to forgive, or being guided to discover their higher purpose. Heaven is shaping their heart so it can mirror yours, strong, compassionate, and spiritually awakened. The angels say we are removing their fears, rewriting their thoughts, and awakening their faith so they can recognize your light. In this process, your soulmate may feel sudden emotional awakenings, dreams of you, or even an urge to seek divine guidance. That's because heaven is whispering your name into their spirit. The energy between you two is like two stars drawn toward the same gravity, unseen but unstoppable. When the divine timing approaches, you'll feel certain energetic changes that confirm heaven's movement. The angels list them as the 4 shifts of reunion. Suddenly, the anxious need to know when fades and peace replaces pressure. You stop chasing because your soul feels the certainty that love is already on its way. The angels say, peace is the first proof of alignment. You begin to focus on personal growth, creativity, and joy again. Heaven guides you to live in passion, not waiting. This shift increases your frequency, drawing your soulmate closer. Without reason, your heart just knows something is coming. You sense it, a deep, calm anticipation. Dreams intensify, signs multiply, and the energy around you feels lighter. This is when heaven opens visible doors, a message, a new meeting, a call, a circumstance that reconnects your paths. Angels whisper, it will not be forced. It will flow. When these shifts appear, don't fear them, celebrate them. They mean heaven has completed its alignment. The angels gently warn, before great blessings, heaven often allows tests, not to punish but to confirm readiness. You may be tested in patience, trust, or forgiveness. Sometimes someone from your past reappears, or your emotions are stirred to see if you've truly learned unconditional love. The angels say, every test you pass opens the next gate. When you respond with grace instead of reaction, you prove your heart is aligned with divine love. Heaven watches your energy, not your effort. It sees how quickly you return to peace after being shaken. That's the sign of a soul ready for union. So, when challenges arise, whisper this affirmation, nothing meant for me will ever miss me. I trust heaven's timeline. Angels say that when you speak these words, your faith stabilizes the entire connection, even from miles away. Angels reveal that heaven never forces a reunion. It orchestrates it. You and your soulmate may accidentally meet through a job, a journey, or even a message that seems random. But heaven planned that moment long before you even knew. Angels say, we guide footsteps, align choices, and soften hearts to make destiny look like coincidence. When the time arrives, everything flows, and words, emotions, timing, like puzzle pieces finally finding their place. There's no confusion, only peace. That peace is your confirmation that heaven is in control. You will both feel it, that magnetic calm, that divine familiarity. It will be like meeting someone your soul already remembers. The angels say, when you meet again, it will feel like home. The energy of divine union is unlike anything you've ever felt. It doesn't feel like obsession or fear. It feels like purpose. The angels describe it as 2 flames burning separately, now merging into one eternal light. You'll notice communication feels natural, not forced. You inspire each other to rise higher. Fear fades, and peace takes its place. This is what heaven means by answered prayer. Not just reunion, but transformation. The angels say, your union is not the end of a story. It's the beginning of divine work. Beloved soul, heaven wants you to know that this next chapter is sacred. The prayer was heard. The signs were given. The preparation is nearly complete. You are standing on the edge of divine alignment, the moment when destiny moves from unseen to seen. Angels whisper softly, be still, and watch how heaven fulfills what it promised. The angels say, the divine does not need thunder to speak. Sometimes it whispers through the wind. You may feel a sudden rush of peace, a knowing that something has shifted, and indeed, it has. The spiritual bridge has now connected into your reality. Everything you felt is beginning to unfold in the visible realm. Angels explain that they work behind the scenes like divine architects, aligning people, timing, and locations so that your meeting feels natural yet fated. They whisper, every delay was design, every coincidence was coordination. Maybe you decide to go somewhere you hadn't planned, and your soulmate happens to be there. Maybe a mutual friend mentions them out of nowhere. Maybe you find something that belongs to them, stirring memories and emotion. Heaven uses such synchronicities to draw both hearts back into alignment. Angels say, when we move, your paths bend toward each other like rivers toward the sea. There comes a sacred moment, a heartbeat in time, when heaven says, now. Suddenly everything aligns perfectly, the timing, the place, the emotion, the readiness, and when your eyes meet, your spirit recognizes before your mind can understand. The angels describe it like this. Your hearts will speak a language older than words. There will be no doubt, only peace. In that instant, the energy around you feels lighter, warmer, almost holy. The room might feel brighter. Time may seem to pause. That's not imagination. That's heaven confirming presence. Angels whisper, you are standing inside the prayer that once made you cry. You realize the waiting, the faith, the healing. All of it led to this very moment. Proof is not always a miracle in the sky. Sometimes it's the gentleness in their eyes, the softness in their voice, the peace you feel when they speak your name. Heaven proves itself through confirmation in your spirit. The angels say, your proof will feel like home and not confusion. And that's how you'll know. No anxiety, no second guessing, just calm assurance that this love is divinely protected. The proof will also show in your daily life, obstacles clearing with ease, emotional healing accelerating, blessings flowing in areas you once struggled. This is how heaven authenticates what it sends. Miracles become your new normal. Angels reveal that during reunion, your souls exchange more than words. They exchange light. When you meet, both hearts release what they've carried. Pain, longing, and fears all replaced by divine calm. It's as if heaven itself exhales through you. The angels describe it this way. Their eyes will tell your heart, so you were worth the wait. Every embrace becomes a prayer answered. Every smile becomes a silent thank you to heaven. You'll both sense that something sacred is happening because it is. The angels say, we stand beside you during this moment, rejoicing in love's return. Even after the meeting, the angels continue to send signs to affirm that the connection is protected. You may notice feathers appearing in unexpected places, dreams of holding hands under bright light, repeating numbers like 555 or 99, symbols of transition and completion. These are heaven's way of saying, you are in alignment. Keep walking in love. Angels emphasize, your task now is to nurture, not question. Keep your faith rooted. Continue praying. Speak blessings over your union every day. The divine energy that brought you together will sustain you when you honor it with gratitude. Once reunion happens, other miracles often follow. Because heaven rewards obedience and faith, relationships heal finances. Improved on new creative or spiritual callings appear. The energy of divine love multiplies blessings beyond romance. Angels say, two united in divine purpose create ripples of light that heal the world. That's why this love matters. It's not just personal, it's prophetic. Your connection becomes a vessel for heaven's work. Love that uplifts, restores, and inspires others. Beloved soul, heaven is smiling. You have reached the point where prayers turn into presence, where faith becomes form. The angels remind you, the proof you seek is not far. it's already unfolding. Every moment of peace, every unexpected blessing, every gentle confirmation, it's heaven whispering, "Foul, we heard you." If this message resonated with your heart, please give it a like. Comment, "My miracle is unfolding," and subscribe to Words of Angel, because each message you hear aligns you deeper with divine timing. Love and truth, angels say, when both hearts vibrate at the same frequency of faith, the meeting becomes inevitable. That is what's happening now. Both your soul and your soulmates are rising beyond fear, doubt, and hesitation, preparing for a divine intersection written in eternal light. The angels paint this image: two souls walking through mist, one from the east, one from the west, guided by invisible hands of light. Every step they take, every choice they make, is leading them toward one sacred moment of recognition. Angels whisper. The world calls it coincidence. Heaven calls it convergence. You may meet unexpectedly, perhaps through a message, a dream, a journey, or even an online space you didn't plan to visit. But when your eyes meet, or when your spirits recognize each other, time will freeze. You'll feel it not in your mind, but in your heart's vibration. It will feel like home. Angels say, you will know it's them because peace will replace confusion. There will be no begging for love, no anxiety, no doubt, only quiet knowing. That peace is your proof. That peace is heaven's signature. And when you see that sign, whisper quietly, angels, thank you for fulfilling divine love in perfect time. From that moment on, your connection will unfold naturally. Conversations will feel destined. Emotions will flow like healing water. And even challenges will feel purposeful, because heaven will be guiding your union toward divine service, not just romance. Angels want you to understand something deeply sacred. This love is not given to complete you. It's given to expand you. Divine love is not a rescue. It's a revelation. When your soulmate's prayer was heard, heaven didn't just answer with reunion. Heaven answered with transformation. You've both been called to awaken the world through your love's vibration, to inspire faith, kindness, forgiveness, and hope in others. That's why your story took time. That's why there were tears, lessons, and waiting. Because only through those fires can a love be purified enough to reflect divine light. Angels say, what was broken has become sacred. What was delayed has become destined. You were never waiting alone. You were in divine preparation. And now that preparation is bearing fruit. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you cried, heaven stored them like seeds today. The angels declare the seeds are now blooming. Love is coming not as a fantasy, but as fulfillment. The angels are specific about the signs that will confirm your soulmate's prayer has been answered. Watch closely for these heavenly proofs, dreams that feel more real than memories you may begin to dream of your soulmate, not in longing but in peace. In those dreams, they will speak words of assurance, or you'll find yourself walking together in light. When you wake up, your heart will know it wasn't imagination. It was soul communication permitted by heaven. A sudden calmness during chaos. Out of nowhere, your heart will feel protected. Even if your life seems uncertain, that calmness is angelic confirmation that divine work is complete. The return of joy without reason. You'll smile more, laugh unexpectedly, or feel waves of love during ordinary moments. That's the vibration of your soulmate's answered prayer merging with your energy. A specific sign unique to you. It could be a song lyric, a butterfly, a name, a scent, or a phrase that follows you everywhere, almost as if the universe is echoing your connection. That's heaven saying, it's time. Angels emphasize the proof will be unmistakable. You won't need to question it. You will simply know. Let's pray together. Beloved soul, angels of divine union, messengers of eternal love, surround this soul with the light of heaven. Let their hearts stay open, their faith unshaken, their spirit aligned with divine timing. Bless their soulmate's journey. Remove all fear, distance, and doubt, and replace it with peace, clarity, and divine purpose. Let this love serve heaven's will as a reflection of God's pure creation. We thank you for answered prayers, unseen miracles, and divine proof that true love is already on its way. Amen. The angels are declaring this message with finality. It is done. The prayer was heard. The request was answered. The journey is in motion. You have stepped into a vibration of divine completion, where faith meets manifestation. Angels whisper, "Do not ask when. Ask how you can prepare." Because heaven's timing is precise, the angels have already marked your reunion in divine light. The when and where are only details. All you need to do now is stay open. Keep your heart soft, your mind faithful, and your energy radiant. Every day, whisper gratitude for the love that's already yours. Every night, thank heaven for the connection that's already forming. The angels promise, you will not miss what's meant for you. Beloved one, this message was not for the crowd, it was for you. Heaven called your spirit here because this truth was ready to reach you. You've been faithful even in silence, hopeful even in heartbreak, and loving even when you had every reason to close your heart. Angels are proud of you. They say, your patience has become your prayer. Your faith has become your proof. Now, the divine story begins, and this time love will not vanish. It will grow, bless, and glorify the light within you. Remember, you are never alone. You are guided, protected, and loved beyond measure. Heaven has declared, the request has been answered. If this message has touched your heart, don't let it pass quietly. Let heaven hear your faith through action. Click like, not just as a gesture, but as a declaration, I receive this angelic confirmation. Comment below the words, I believe my soulmate's prayer has been answered. I'm ready to receive divine love. Subscribe to Words of Angel and stay connected to your higher guidance. Every message here is prayed over, guided and channeled with divine intention to lift your soul and remind you that heaven still speaks. When you subscribe, you're not just joining a channel. You're stepping into a circle of light where faith, love, and divine truth meet. Angels say, keep your heart open, your light shining and your spirit listening, because heaven has much more to reveal. This is your sign. Beloved, your soulmate's heartfelt request has been answered, and the proof is already unfolding in your life.